What are your non-negotiables in a relationship?
Mohammed, you want to go first? I haven't thought about that yet. I think I have a good idea.
You can go ahead.
Don't be shy.
I'm trying to think.
Question, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh man. Shoot. I mean, I feel like you gotta like me, because if you don't like me, that's like, I can't just be the only one chasing you.
Okay.
You know, to me that's something. You know, and which one again? Oh, another thing is, I mean, I won't find out until maybe we start dating. Like, for example, I hate when you take my shit, right, and you don't put it back where it's supposed to be. I don't like that. Like, put
Like
it
your
where
hoodie?
Yes. I'm
like-
not saying you can use it.
Use
it, right?
Bring it back. It's fine.
Right. No, use it, right? But just remember to put it, because I don't like looking for shit.
Okay. I get
That shit gets me crazy. If I have to
Yeah.
look for shit, it's like, you know, then I'm gonna start looking stupid. I don't like that. For some reason, I just don't.
Do you like having? Do you like having a system to a lot of things that you do? Do you think that's why?
Maybe because I like planning. So I like knowing ahead of time, you know, where I see things,
Yeah.
and how I want it to be, in a sense. You know, not necessarily saying you have to do it that way, but it has to be like compromise. You
But
know?
no, it's fair. I think I would be like, don't touch my shit. Like, if you're gonna use it, put it exactly where you found it. Like, I like the whole concept of having like a system. You know what I mean? Being able to be like, okay, like my toothpaste was here, and it was closed. Like,
Right.
please put it back the way you found it, type thing. So yeah, I respect that. I think that's kind of a fair. I feel like a
I
fair
think you guys
non-negotiable.
both are uptight.
You think
Oh,
so?
we are.
Life is not that deep. Like,
Well, no,
Fighting
that's
over
just
stuff.
annoying.
That's
Like, it's just
it's annoying. I'm not saying it's that, but it's just annoying knowing that I have to look for my stuff.
That you put somewhere.
You know, it's like, why should I look for my stuff? Like, I put it there, I left
or
it
you could
there.
just ask.
But I can't be asking you all the time. Come on now.
It just takes
Yeah.
like 2 seconds out of your time.
Nah, that's
More, but that's a lot of time.
Honestly, I just wanted to
accumulating. It
argue.
accumulates.
that's energy. That's energy right there. I want to save my energy. Go ahead, Sal.
For me, I feel like it's like respect, man.
Yeah.
I think there have to be I mean, sometimes, you know, we can joke and all that, but you have to know like when to be serious, like respectful. Because I mean, you can easily get in like after the honeymoon phase and all that.
All right.
Sometimes like even like the slightest stuff, like you can just throw like, you know, cursing words and stuff like that. And I feel like a healthy respect can like take like a lot of relationship like really long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
That's
agree.
good. That's deep.
real. Yeah, I was like, I really like that answer. That's a good answer.
How are you guys?
Oh, that's tough. You go first.
Wait, that's your question.
I feel like I have a lot of non-negotiables.
Okay.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah. We got
We
the
got
weekend.
All right, to start with, somebody who has no relationships with God, I can't. Like, I can't even.
So, in terms of relationship, how about if the person is a different religion from you?
That's a tough question. It's gonna be hard for me to.
So, if you don't mind me asking?
I'd rather not disclose.
Okay, but let's assume that person is a different religion, or maybe they don't believe in nothing at all.
I'll try to teach the person. I try not to get myself in situations like that to start with. But if I did, I'll try to teach that person. And I'm open to like learning new things too at the same time. But like, I want somebody to believe in like a higher power, at least, if anything. Like, it can't be like an atheist or like somebody who don't believe that God exists. Besides that, I can't tolerate somebody who don't respect his own family. And I want
That's a good one. Yeah.
how he treats his, siblings, his mom, his dad, says a lot about, and like how he acts in like public, like going out to eat, and then like how he treats the waitress or the waiter. Things like that are like my non-negotiables, and I get turned off so quick. It's,
Okay.
Okay, it seems like you've really thought about this.
I mean, it's like, yeah.
That's
Okay.
good. Yeah, but I mean, I echo like everything that you said also, especially when it comes to religion, right? When you're raising a family, right, it's always necessary to like, you know, have that God fearing because certain things that we do or say, right? Sometimes just the thought of religion, or like just knowing that there's a super being like watching you, it kind of like keeps us like in the right path
Right.
at times, So I feel like I definitely agree to that also.
Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna say, would you guys marry outside of your religion?
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah.
This was like straight, yeah.
It depends.
No, the reason why I say that, right? Because I usually get this question a lot, and because the way I see it, right? For me, like I will always like try to find like the best person for me, right? Even if they don't happen to be in my religion, but at least if they have like that God fearing, that's like a huge step because sometimes like the religions there's not that much difference, right? But people just make it seem like you're not my religion, you're going to hell pretty much.
Right.
At the end of the day, like most of us, like we all walking towards the same
Mm-hmm.
path. So, and also like I can easily like marry somebody in my religion, right? But they may be the worst person ever.
No, it's true.
So
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't just want to limit myself to that to my religion very much.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I feel like, yeah, like you kind of said it right too. I feel like knowing that something else exists, like, puts you in a position of, like, on a good track. Like, it puts you on that realm of being like, I want to do this, so I'm going to do good, and I want to go to this place or whatever, whatever you believe in. Yeah, so I get that. I think it's important to kind of have, like, if you don't believe in religion, just have, like, a high moral ground or, like, a high moral standing. So, like, your own moral code, whatever that is to you. Because I think religion can sometimes get skewed in different ways in the ways we interpret the same religion, right? So when we have, like, I think moral code versus, like, that conversation of moral code versus religion, I think if you have, like, a good understanding of, respect, integrity, respecting your parents, all those things I think come with, like, your morals. Mm-hmm. You learn it through religion, but essentially it's moral. So I think sometimes if you don't necessarily believe in religion or would have a God or something that you follow, I think if you have that, like, strong moral ground, I think is kind of like the only big thing for me, and then communication probably. So people just, I think when you miscommunicate on just, like, simple things, especially like I feel like the way we all meet people in our generation is, like, social media. Like, you DM someone and everyone has, like, this weird, like, we're talking where we're not talking, and, like, no one knows where they are, right? So I'm kind of just like, be honest, right? Like, you want to date? Let's date. You want to hook up? Let's hook up.
To the point.
Like, we're adults, right? Like, don't waste each other's time, because I think then people start resenting each other when they're not communicating on things. So I think everything can be, like, talked through, but it just needs to be brought up, you know? So, yeah, that's it for me, I think.